Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about a new hot product that seems to be hitting the shelves all over the place, and a lot of brands seem to be creating one of these or a variation of this, and that is liquid metallic shadows that are complementary with glitter. You're probably wondering what the heck I'm talking about, and it's actually one of these. So this product here that I'm holding up is actually from Revlon, and it is called their Photo Ready Eye Art. It's a lid, line, and lash product. Revlon has created these. Maybelline is coming out with them. I keep checking the drugstore to see when they will come out, but they haven't yet, at least in Canada. Maybe they have elsewhere in the world, but they are launching for Maybelline's Fall 2016 collection. Another brand that also came out with these is Touch in Seoul. So this is a Korean brand. It's very similar to the Revlon. The packaging is almost identical, as you can see. They've created a version of it, and so has YSL. They've also created a liquid metallic shadow, but they don't have the glitter in that one. I went to my local drugstore and I picked up 5 of the Revlon liquid metallic shadows, and I will do some swatches for you. The first one I have is in the shade Desert Dazzle. Ooh, it sounds so fancy. And Desert Dazzle is a khaki green metallic shadow, and it is beautiful on its own. This Desert Dazzle is gorgeous because it is a nice khaki green, but it does have a gold undertone to it. Once you layer the glitter on top though, it gives it an even more golden sheen because the glitter itself is primarily gold, but it does have flecks of green in it as well. So the one thing to note about the Revlon liquid metallic shadows is that the base can get a little bit sticky. I am wearing it today, and I might have applied a layer that was probably a little too thick for what I should have done, but it does feel a little bit sticky on my lids. It does feel a little bit heavy, like you can really feel something sitting on your eyelids, but it's not so bad that it can't get comfortable throughout the day, but you just feel something on your eyelids. It's like wearing false lashes for the first time. The glitter is also great in this particular product here because it already comes with a liquid adhesive, so it just sticks on. You don't need any primer, nothing. You can just layer it on top of the shadow and you are good to go. You can wear this product a few different ways. So you can wear the liquid metallic as is on its own, you can layer it with the glitter like I've done here, or you can just wear the glitter on its own. You can even use this as a liquid liner if you'd like. I mean, if you take the product out of here and you just take a brush, like a liquid liner brush, and just brush off some of the product, you can use that as a liner on its own because this will not budge, or you can use the glitter portion as a liner on its own. And the glitter portion is very similar to Urban Decay's heavy metal liners, or heavy metal glitters I should say. It has the same sort of consistency. The next one I have is in Lilac Lustre, and this is your standard purple. It almost has a silver undertone to it, but it is a beautiful metallic purple. While the green one had a nicer consistency and it went on more evenly, this purple one here does go on a little bit streaky, so you really have to work with this product and I think build up layers in order to get the opacity that you want. The glitter in this one I felt was also a little chunkier, so you might have to work the product again a little bit more than what you would have to do with the green one, for example. So there isn't a huge consistency amongst all of the shadows. The next color I have is one of my favorites. This one is called Topaz Twinkle. It is delightful. It is more of a taupe color, but it does give off a really nice sort of champagne look. Topaz Twinkle is one of my favorites because this is something that you can wear on a day-to-day basis without looking too over the top. Unless that's your thing, then by all means go ahead and you do you, boo. The consistency with this topaz color is very similar to that of the green one. It's nice and smooth, you don't really need to build it up, and the glitter isn't as chunky. It does go on a lot smoother. What I will say about these Revlon liquid metallic shadows is that you you do need to let the metallic shadow dry first before you apply the glitter. Otherwise, there's going to be too much movement and too much texture happening on your eyelid. So to get that smooth application, just wait until everything dries and then start layering on top of that. The next color I have is Green Glimmer. This is almost like an aquamarine bluish green color. It looks stunning in the packaging itself, in the tube, and it's even more stunning when you apply it. Now this one here has a very nice smooth consistency and it layers really well. So this one here does have a little bit of streakiness on its application, but it does build up really well. And lastly, from the Revlon line, I have Peach Prism. This is also a beautiful color, very similar to the Topaz one, and it has such beautiful shine to it. The consistency is very smooth. You don't get a lot of streakiness or patchiness with this one either. And the glitter itself, oh, it is gorgeous. The glitter has a lot of peach in it, but it also has beautiful gold reflex, which just make it gorgeous when you layer it on top of one another. To be quite honest with you, I think I would wear the glitter in this one here on its own because I think it is stunning. Those were all of the Revlon liquid metallic shadows and glitters that I purchased. I hope you like those swatches. They are beautiful. The staying power, like I mentioned, is pretty good. I have very oily lids and a lot of my shadow tends to separate or crease throughout the day. But whenever I wear these, it is like permanent ink on your eyelids. It does not budge, it does not go anywhere, but it does have a little bit of a sticky feeling to it, like there is something on your eyelids. So just keep in mind that some people may get a little irritated with that feeling, others can work through it. And really quickly, I'm going to talk about the Touch in Sol liquid metallic shadows. These are so gorgeous. This first one that I have here is in the shade number 2, Eldora. It is almost like a gold champagne color, and I actually prefer the doe foot applicator on this one here because I feel like you can cover a little more ground with it. So one thing to note about these Touch in Sol foil eyeshadows is that the glitter is loose and it does need something to stick to. So you could try applying it to your eyelid as is, but I feel like there would be a lot of movement and fallout. Even though it does have a little bit of an adhesive base to it, it's not very strong. What you do need to do though is when you are applying the foil shadow is apply the glitter almost immediately on top while it's still wet so that it does have something to adhere to. And if you want to wait for your foil shadow to dry and then apply the glitter, I would probably recommend using a glitter glue or a glitter base underneath, like the one from Too Faced I believe is pretty good. You can throw your glitter on top of that and it should stick absolutely fine. And finally, the last shadow that I have from Touch in Sol is in the shade number 3, Tahlia. And this is more of a silver shadow. So this is really going to pop. It does have a fairly smooth application, but as with the other one, the glitter is loose. One more thing to note about all of those liquid, metallic, or foiled eyeshadows, whatever you want to call them, is that the removal process is relatively easy as well. I just use my Clean and Clear makeup wipes and this takes them off right away. I have no issues with it at all. So what I love about the Revlon ones is that the glitter already has adhesive to it, so you don't have to add any additional products to your eyes. The Touch in Sol, I like the smoother consistency of this product, but this loose glitter can be a little bit difficult to work with. Overall, you can find affordable versions of these liquid metallic shadows, or you can go and spend a pretty penny on them, whatever your preference may be. But I think the drugstore versions of them, so the Revlons and the Maybellines, are going to be dupes for the higher end brands. I love all of these equally. Now, will I be reaching for them on a regular basis? Probably not. But if I am going to be going out for a night on the town and I want to do something a little bit different and sparkle baby sparkle, then I am definitely going to pull these out and use them. Let's summarize. With the Revlon liquid metallic shadows, the consistency isn't the same across all of the colors. Some of them do go on a lot patchier than others, but what I do appreciate is the adhesive that's already in the glitter, making it very easy for application. You do have to wait until the liquid foil shadow or metallic shadow dries before you apply to the glitter, otherwise you're going to get too much texture or shifting of product. When we look at the touch insole shadows, the consistency of this formula is equal across the board, at least with the two colors that I have. It goes on very smooth and it dries very quickly. But keep in mind that the glitter here is loose, so you have to apply it immediately while your foiled shadow is still wet so that it can stick properly and minimize any fallout. I prefer the doe foot applicator in the Touch in Sole product because it does have a little bit of a bend to it, if you can see that, and that makes the application onto the eye a little more smooth, and you can get into all the little nooks and crannies without getting the shadow all over the place, because the Revlon just has a straight doe foot applicator. I wish the applicator for this glitter was a little bit better. It almost looks like a little shovel that you sort of scoop the product out and apply it directly onto your lid. So it's not the most user-friendly and it can cause a little bit of fallout, so just be aware of that. I hope this review was helpful for you. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I'd also love to hear from you on all of my social media. I do have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. I will link everything for you in the description bar below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're having a great day wherever you are in the world. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.